Hello, and welcome to our Fall Fashion Show fundraiser. We look forward to getting together live every year in the fall. Unfortunately, due to COVID, we're going to have to get together virtually this year. During this program, you're going to get an opportunity to learn about some of our artisans, the stories behind them, and the products that they make. We're also going to meet some of our volunteers, and you'll learn how you can become hands-on involved too. Let's begin with learning a little bit about Plowshare and the work that we do for those that are unfamiliar.
Plowshare Fair Trade Marketplace has been in downtown Waukesha for more than 30 years, a destination for people from all over southeast Wisconsin. Walk into the store and you'll see a rich display of color. The products are made by artisans who earn a fair price for this beautiful work. Each item has a story. Take these guys called seismic critters. They're made in villages in southern Mexico in an area that experiences frequent earthquakes. They look like toys, but they're really hard little workers. They were originally designed to help detect earthquakes because the slightest tremor causes them to move and warn everyone to get to someplace safe. The sales of these little seismicas help support the people who make them and their families. There's more to Plowshare than the shop. Plowshare's mission also calls for education for peace and justice. The organization has created educational programs for the community about fair trade and peace. For example, Plowshare and Carroll University co-sponsored a campus presentation about the dangers of nuclear war. Nobel Peace Prize winner Dr. Ira Helfand is part of an international effort to ban nuclear weapons. He urged the audience to join the campaign before it's too late.
Nuclear weapons are not a force of nature. They're not an act of God. We built these weapons with our own hands. We know how to take them apart. We've already dismantled more than 50,000. We have not made the decision to get rid of the last 15,000. And that's what needs to change. And that's where we come in.
Plowshare has been sponsoring or participating in events related to peace and justice since it was founded in Waukesha in 1989.
Fair trade reflects an effort to create economic justice. All of the artisans who make the products that fill our store earn a fair living wage for the products that they make, allowing them and their families to thrive.
The products you find in the Plowshare shop come from more than 30 countries around the world. An example from the country of Haiti on an island in the Caribbean. Haitian artists make these beautiful metal wall hangings. They've been making these since the 1950s. The original pieces were made of iron. Later they began using 55-gallon oil drums for the carvings, recycling them instead of putting them in a dump site. Artisans look to the environment for their design inspiration. They trace cardboard patterns onto the oil drums with chalk. They use hammers and chisels to cut the metal, then shape and smooth it and decorate it by hand. Each artist chisels his name on the metal sculpture. These pieces are attractive and provide food, shelter, and education for the Haitian artists and their families. On the other side of the world, in places such as Ghana, Uganda, and Kenya, tough grasses grow that are a resource for artisans. Elephant grass, for example, is turned into beautifully woven market baskets. The artists carefully select appropriate grasses for the base, sides, and handle. The selection is critical to a good, strong basket. The women weave the baskets from the bottom and work up to the rim. These weavers often spend up to 3 days creating these long-lasting and sustainable baskets. Some of the more complicated designs take even longer. The weavers use the income from the market baskets to help feed their children, keeping them nourished and healthy. Farther to the north and east, women in India work with fabrics that are made into clothing and jewelry. They work for fair trade organizations making kantha beads. The beads have a wooden core that is covered with recycled saris. The beads are then fashioned into bracelets, necklaces, and earrings. Other women make clothing and textiles. One mother wanted to support her son, who studied by streetlight, to save money on electricity. She received a higher education loan from a nonprofit and repays it monthly, saying, "I know that money will help the nonprofit fulfill another mother's dream of educating her child."
One way you can help these artisans survive and thrive is by keeping this shop alive. Here's a couple ways that you can help. You can shop at our silent auction, which closes tonight at 8 p.m. We've got an amazing selection of over 100 items that you can bid on. It's made possible by people like you who've donated the items to Plowshare. We rearrange and photograph all of them. We then feature them on our silent auction site where you can scroll through and bid at your leisure. You can also buy entries to win this fabulous fair trade gift basket. For every $25 you donate, you get one entry into the drawing for the basket. There's some fabulous items in the basket. Let me just show you a few. One is this amazing mandala throw made by artisans in India using a special technique of wax resist painting. Next up is one of our brand new vendors to go. This is helping women artisans in Colombia who farm and dry the fruit themselves. No sugar, no preservatives added. It's just one simple ingredient, 100% organic mango. All of the money generated during this fundraiser will help us keep our doors open and our educational programs going. Now on to the main event of the fundraiser. This year, our fashion show is honoring our essential workers who've helped us make it through the last year and a half. You'll meet 4 of them coming up soon. Each one of them will be wearing fair trade apparel and accessories from our shop. Michelle is wearing one of the many looks we'll be viewing during this fashion show from Savia. Savia's clothing is made by women in northern India who do fine hand embroidery work in their homes, giving them the freedom and flexibility to work when they can, all while earning a sustainable livelihood and preserving these endangered art forms. This is the Demira top from Savia, and it's all about showcasing this fine hand embroidery work. This exquisite fair trade top comes in a range of prints and colors and is designed for comfort and elegance. The classic sari design of the fabric is printed on a poly silk blend and then enhanced by the traditional Indian embroidery motifs around the neckline on the front and back, as well as along the edges of the top. Here with Dr. Renee, we wanted to focus on some of our fair trade accessories, like her beautiful market basket. These baskets are woven by women in Bolgatanga, a northern region of Ghana. This fair trade organization donates 10% of its profits to Every Basket Helps, a nonprofit organization they created to help manage humanitarian projects in the villages of Ghana. The weavers of Bolgatanga are nothing short of masterful at what they do. These amazing works of art are definitely a labor of love. Renee is wearing these antiqued brass earrings, a double U-shaped fringe design hanging from a simple triangle. They've been paired with an antique brass teardrop framed necklace with a red jasper pendant. These pieces are from the Fundraiser collection, which is one of the many collections from Anjou, a 100% sustainable jewelry brand that is committed to creating hope for artisans and their families through economic empowerment. Natalie is also wearing a Fundraiser jewelry set, but in antique silver. This layered wishbone-shaped necklace has a wire-wrap detailing, giving a bohemian flair to the jewelry. Within the wishbone frame is a sardonyx stone and has been paired with matching earrings. All of Anjou's jewelry is nickel and lead-free, hypoallergenic, and made of durable materials that are treated to resist tarnishing. All of the stones that Anjou artisans use are semi-precious, so colors and striations will vary from piece to piece, which is one of the hallmarks of handcrafted jewelry. With an inspirational mantra, Dr. Cindy is bringing good vibes with this Soulflower messenger bag, hand screen printed in the USA on 100% heavy cotton canvas. The bag and these fun patchwork pants are both ethically made in Nepal. These pants are 100% lightweight cotton that have been dyed with low impact and toxic-free dyes. Soulflower Apparel is an eco-friendly brand that creates clothing in a sustainable way that supports our planet and spreads a positive message at the same time. All of their ethically made items are produced in small factories or co-ops by small companies. Like Michelle, Renee is wearing the Demira top. This classic sari design of the fabric really pops with these fun colors. The bright and bold pinks and corals are balanced out with the silvery gray at the edges of the sleeves and along the bottom of the top. The fine hand embroidery work is also in a silver gray, which ties this top all together. Dr. Renee is wearing jewelry from World Finds, whose mission is to empower women in vulnerable communities in India through fair trade. Not only are they women-owned, but they are women-powered and committed to empowering their artisan partners, their families, and their communities through fair trade. These folded lantern earrings are made with a flat ribbon of metal that is artfully looped to form an origami-inspired earring. They have been paired with this curved bar necklace, which is classic, yet a statement-making style and features a single curved matte metallic pendant. Natalie is wearing the Chi Chi pocket purse made by Lucia's Fair Trade Artisans in Guatemala. Here's another beautiful top from the artisans at Savia. This is the Kumari printed tunic top. This print is inspired by nature. With a branched leaf and floral print, these flowers really stand out with their bright pink color. Natalie is wearing more jewelry from Anjou. This is the Copper Patina collection, and here we featured one of their neutral colored cuff bracelets that really showcases the beauty of the copper with cream bands of etched flowers. Michelle is wearing another example of the variety of colors and designs that the Demira tops come in. There's sure to be a color and design that can match any occasion and can be dressed up for a night out on the town or dressed down for an afternoon hanging out on the porch, reading travel brochures and watching the people in cars as they pass by. We love this black, white, gray, and silver sari print. It's very indicative of traditional Indian motifs. Michelle is using a crossbody bag with a Tree of Life screen printed design on medium weight cotton fabric made by artisans in Nepal. The main compartment has a high quality zipper and a wooden button loop closure as well. This bag can also double as a backpack. Cindy's wearing our final look, and it's another beautiful Kumari top from Savia and a fun copper patina jewelry set from Anjou. This cuff bracelet, patinaed in a plum color, is paired with a diamond-shaped matching earring and fun cuff ring. These Kumari tops are made with 100% Cupro crepe, which is a soft crepe fabric that is made from a fiber of the cottonseed. This fabric has the look, feel, and fall of silk, but the lightness of cotton. Every purchase of these fair trade products directly benefits the artisan groups and enables them to pass their rich traditions on to the next generation. Each year at this time, we recognize our Volunteer of the Year. But before we do that, we'd like to introduce you to one of our youngest volunteers.
Brianna Baker is 12 years old. She's been a Plowshare volunteer for 2 years now. Bree is a 7th grader at St. Jude the Apostle School. This is her first day back, a school picture taken this fall after a year of virtual schooling.
Hi, is there anything I can help you with?
What are these made out of? These are so pretty.
So those are actually wool infused with fabrics from Nepal. Wow. The best part of working and volunteering here is probably being able to know that I'm helping a store that believes in also what I believe, that has many similar ideas and motives for helping artisans who get fairly compensated.
Bree volunteers for 1 day a month during the school year. She straightens up around the store and does some restocking. She also checks inventory.
Okay, so if you could check the numbers of our word hearts and make sure that they line up with what we have in our system, that'd be great.
Bree says that being in a shop that focuses on fair trade shapes how she thinks about the world.
So volunteering here, I definitely get the opportunity to feel like I'm changing not only my perspective of the world itself and how it should really be, but also that I can educate my friends and other people about how I feel people should be treated.
Besides volunteering at Plowshare, Bree says her interests include dancing and playing the piano.
We're a nonprofit organization, and we're able to do all that we do because of all of you, our volunteers. Now we'd like to take a moment to honor our Volunteer of the Year. This year, we're honoring Dennis Voigt as our 2021 Volunteer of the Year. But before we present him with this award, let's introduce him to you.
Dennis Voigt retired from Waukesha Engine almost 7 years ago, but he's busier than ever. He's a Plowshare volunteer, and this year he's done some heavy lifting. He helped load up items from the store and transport them to the Retzer Nature Center.
So which is going on the front, Mark?
Plowshare had a booth there at the Sustainability Fair late this summer. Volunteers like Dennis loaded and unloaded items from the store and set up a booth at the site. Dennis says giving back is important to him.
volunteerism is very important for Plowshare and other organizations. We as a community have to volunteer. It helps so many people, and the service part is the important thing for our family.
Dennis and his wife are active in their church. They often go on mission trips to Texas after Hurricane Harvey, to Louisiana after Hurricane Katrina, to El Salvador, and to Tanzania. This year, Dennis helped remodel the Plowshare shop after the pandemic canceled the mission trip. With all this service in mind, Plowshare has named Dennis the 2021 Volunteer of the Year.
Plowshare is very dependent upon help from our many dedicated volunteers. And because volunteers are so important to our organization, each year we like to choose one of the volunteers who has truly gone above and beyond for our organization. We would like to honor Dennis Voigt with the Sally Jo Michalko Volunteer of the Year Award for 2021. Thank you, Dennis. We couldn't do what we do without you.
I want to thank you all for your continued support of Plowshare and our mission. We look forward to seeing you shopping here this holiday season and helping us ring in 2022.
They're nice people, and their business is for a good cause.
We come here a lot for gifts for family and friends because they are unique.
It's just nice to know that my stuff is handmade by somebody who cares.
We like coming here a lot.